LaRonda here from Just Tell Others, Visit, Craft, and Journal. Well, y'all, this is my third time to try to do this particular video today. This is Just Tell Others, as I mentioned. You know, I think we're going to do Visit, maybe Craft, and Journal today. But, you know, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And please make sure to share. And I've already mentioned that several times. Please just ignore whatever. But if you ever want to get in touch with me for whatever reason through this, coffee thing that I'm fixing to explain or my journals, just tell others at gmail.com is the email you can reach me at. And that's just tell others at gmail.com. And it's JUSTTELLOTHERS at gmail.com. You know, this is, like I said, the third time I have tried to do this filming, and it's kind of crazy, I know, but I am going to explain it once again, because what you're seeing in front of you is a coffee filter, is a piece of twine, and I'm going to explain that to you too. And it's also going to be from my coffee that I have, Holy Grind. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. And that's John 3:16. But the story behind this is I had began my rental booth of antiques and things like that back in February 2025. Well, I had just discovered Bradley and Rebecca from Silver Run Coffee Crafters. They're in Silver Run, about 10 miles, from us, very local. I had just discovered them and thought, well, why not put coffee in my booth as well? But what I'm going to do is make a single serve, because that's what I do every morning for myself. But we're using just twine, crochet twine. And I will tell you, I like to use the coffee filters, the Great Value coffee filters, natural color. I don't like them to be, the bright white or whatever, but I just use those. But I'm going to show you what I do in order to get, a coffee bag that looks like a tea bag. Let's get started on that. First of all, I take my twine. I'm going to try this again. Like I said, I've only done this 3 times before. But you just take and you put a knot at the end of it like you would any, tea bag or whatever you're making. And I have some old scissors here. I've only used it for my coffee making here. And I will cut that excess off. And I'm going to throw that away. And then I told you I had already done this. This is our 3rd time, so I had already made some. But I take this brown coffee filter and I flatten it out best I can. I try to fold it over halfway through. I usually work off a paper towel on a flat surface. Now I'm working on a charger, you might say. But then I will fold it again in half. And I take my scissors and I just trim off a little bit of the excess there and a little bit there. Oh, lift my scissors down. Okay, and let's see. And the reason being, I don't know if you can really see that, I've kind of flattened, made a flatter line there. But what I will do is I will take coffee. I have a little bit left here. And I'm not even going to measure, but usually I put a tablespoon in, and I don't think I have a tablespoon left in this bag here. But I'm just going to dump it out. That's all I'm going to do. Because I'm just showing you, basically, my technique of doing this. And so that's not even a tablespoon like I normally use. And I will take it and I will flatten it out. And remember, this whole circle through here is normally enough there. I just did not open another bag. I'm sorry. But then I just fold it over. I'm going to go back. I take that and I flatten it out. And I'm upset, I guess, because I don't have enough as I wanted to have. But I will flatten it out, but I will draw a line to kind of make, the division of whatever, like you do a tea bag. You'll see the tea bag with a double-sided bag or whatever. But I will take that, then I will fold it over. You can still see there's still that little line right there. I'll fold that over, but then I will take and fold that over there. And I usually fold it a good 3 times. And all you do then is you will pull it over to the side like that. Hold this up where you have folded it. I usually put my fingers in at the very end to kind of guide it down. Yeah, that's what we're going to do on this one. And like I said, I don't have as much coffee in here as I normally do. So it's not filled up like I want it to be. But we are going to do this because I had already made so many before. Of course, I made myself one for breakfast this morning. And you will fold it over. I always tap it down a little bit just to, you know, bring the coffee grinds down. And I fold it over into a point like that. And it does not have to be pretty. Normally it is better than what this one is, huh? But anyway, I will take my twine that I have right there. And it does help to have a fingernail to hold it down. Take. And that secures that down. You've made a coffee bag, a tea bag. Now I had already, I'm sorry, I've got all sorts of them floating around here. But normally you have more coffee in it than what I just did. And you will take this, and I have instructions on how to steep it, you might call it. But in a, say a 10 ounce, I've heated it in my kettle, more than 10 ounces probably. But I will pour about probably a third of the cup full. Put my coffee bag in there and dunk up and down, up and down, up and down for, you know, my husband laughs at me because I do count it, for you know, 40, 50 times. Then I pour some more water, dip my coffee bag up and down, then top it off with water. By that time, to me, the flavor has really steeped and it's really, you know, come out of the bags. It's all just a mess there. But it is so good to have. So good to have. But I wanted to share with y'all Bradley and Rebecca's coffee over there. Silver Run is the place we call home. This is their original label on the back. Silver Run is the place we call home, the place where generations have worked, played, rocked on porches, and created a legacy. From our home, we search out specialty blends, single origin beans to roast and share with you. It is our sincerest hope that our coffee will become a sweet part of your rituals, celebrations, and memories made in your home. Let me tell you, they're down-to-earth people, very down-to-earth people, but made here in Mississippi, South Mississippi. You will see they have a Facebook page. I think by now they have a YouTube channel, things like that. But let me tell you, their coffee is so good. And I do have a link, Buy Me a Coffee, and that has nothing to do with this. That I was just noticing that everybody that seemed to be doing the YouTubes were adding that, so I thought, well, why not? And Buy Me a Coffee is basically you can donate a few dollars, whatever, and you don't even have to do that. But it went hand in hand with what I was doing. Coffee, it just struck me as, okay, well, I'm making my coffee bags, and this coffee is so good. I mean, it is so good. This is the only coffee I will buy now and use for myself. It is organic. It is low acidic, so I really like the flavor of it. But, you know, it is so good to finally find a good tasting coffee. But I wanted to share with you, I had made a journal, maybe for this reason, I don't know. But it's like, can we not talk about coffee and craft maybe? The crafting of it, my single serve bag. But we could sure enough journal about it. I mean, can you imagine a conversation over a cup of coffee? I just, you know, I had to do it. I just had to do it. It just reminded me of you know, sitting around with friends and everything and laughing and having a cup of coffee. But I wanted to say thank y'all for watching this YouTube. And like I said, my coffee is my treat to myself. My husband laughs at me and calls it, because I'll say, I'm going for dessert. And he'll say, what do you mean by dessert? And he thinks he's getting a piece of cake or something. It's like, my coffee is my dessert. But anyway, this has been really fun to do, to work with coffee. But if you could smell this right now, you would be running to make you a cup of coffee. And I mean, I have some single serves already for us if you're ready to do that. But, you know, thank you for watching this. And it's something so simple, but yet it's so meaningful too. But I'm not begging for donations by no means. But if you decide to want to just throw something out there, that Buy Me a Coffee is there available to you. And should you want to order any of this coffee for maybe, you know, birthday gift or Christmas gift upcoming, Thanksgiving would even be a great time, because I tend to give gifts at even Thanksgiving, because why not be thankful for it? But you can reach out to me. Like I said, my email is justtellothers@gmail.com. And if you're interested in say, some coffee or a journal that I'm showing and making and showing, just let me know. But anyway, it's been another one of those days, as we've talked about. This video, it was only 3 times going. So maybe this time it's in frame. I'm hoping so. I can't promise. But we'll try again if not. But thank you for watching. Bye.